Welcome, everybody. My name is Brian Roberts. I want to talk to you tonight about 3E Technologies and Wealth-Net and what it is and how it could benefit you. Here's a question for you that you might not have thought of before. Regarding the internet and all the aspects of social media that we deal with today, I have a question, and that is, are you the product? We are a company that is doing things different since we know that we are the product to every other company. I want to show you how not to be the product. How are you the product? What is special about WealthNet? We are able to store our data, our user generated content on the blockchain. Then we are able to sell the user generated content and collect a fee for living our life. How many times do you do a Google search or an Amazon search or any type of a search? How many times do you do that a day? Oh, I just want to look something up, and you go and search it. All of that generates data that other companies want to know about. So it's real simple. We collect that data and then we sell it, and you make a profit for you living your life. What do I mean? Have you ever thought about your online profile? No, I'm not talking about your Facebook profile that has everything in it that you do. I'm not referring to that, or your Amazon profile, or I'm not referring to any type of profile like that. I mean your online profile, your entire online profile. Everything you've ever done is online, is your online profile. Your online profile is everything that you've ever done. Every post on Facebook, every post on Instagram, or any online media, every time you liked a post, every time you thumbs down a post, every time you made a laughing face, or every time you commented on a post, every search you've ever done, every story that you've ever read, every YouTube video you've ever watched. Do you wonder why, when you watch a video that pops up as a suggestion, then there are multiple other videos that start showing up? It's because you are the product. The product, you, you know, yourself, your online activities are sold from one company to another company for profit, and it's sold almost immediately, instantaneously. Have you ever searched for something and then went to Facebook, and what did you find? The first thing you found, the first ad, maybe the second ad, depends on how long it took you to get to Facebook. It was an ad for the very thing that you just searched for. Google got paid from Facebook for your search. That makes you the product. WealthNet uses the blockchain. Well, what is the blockchain? That's a lot of information that we don't really want to go into at this moment. But let's try to let me try to help you with this. Would you like to have your user generated content, all the likes, searches, posts, safe and secure? If the answer is yes, here's what you need to know. This company uses data storage that's on the blockchain. The blockchain is safe, secure, and cannot be hacked, and it won't lose your data. Storage on the blockchain is called decentralized storage. Facebook, Google, Amazon, OneDrive, any other cloud storage that you can think of are all centralized storage. Storage that's held in basically one central location. Centralized storage try to break it down and help you understand it, is something looking like this. I can have all my stuff in this one. You can have all your stuff in this one, and all your friends can have their stuff in this, and somebody else over here. Well, think of it this way, that this could be a building that has all the stuff that is your data stored in it. And if you really do some research, that is exactly what it is. It's data. Your online storage is in one location, thus centralized. There's a couple of things we'll get into later about it, but understand this is that when you put something in centralized storage, you no longer own it. That's something that is very important. You no longer own what you have in your storage unit because you have given them access to use whatever you put in their storage unit, which is yours technically, but not really. They can use it as they see fit. Watch this though. What happens if something happens to this storage unit? Oh, like a fire or like someone being hacked. What are you trying to say, Brian? What I'm trying to say is that if you had all your data stored in one location and something happens to that one location, this is what it's going to look like. A mess. You're not going to be able to get it. Nobody's going to be able to get your storage out of there, anything from storage out of there, because it's now burnt to a crisp. Now let me introduce you to decentralized storage. Decentralized data storage. It's on the blockchain. And this is a very similar picture, but watch this. Which one is better? Client server network, Amazon, Google, OneDrive. It's multiple computers sending information to one location. And if this location ends up looking like this, everybody that's on this server no longer has their information. But what if you could put your information on multiple computers, multiple nodes, master nodes, and it's spread out? That's called decentralized. And if this one isn't quite working, then it's over here too, and over here and over here, and bits and pieces are. And when you put the key in, the legacy key in to get your information, and there you have it. So which one do you think would be better? A client server network? We're just putting in one location. Or would it be better to have a peer-to-peer or a network of computers and nodes handling all the information on the blockchain? Well, guess what? If you pick the right side, this side, then you are correct. Here's 5 things about decentralized storage. It can help content stay online. There's no single point of failure. There's no censorship. A better experience. And 5, you own the data. It's ownership of data. So let's break this down. It can help content stay online. When you want your data from the cloud, the server is down. What happens? You can't get it. For example, just the other day, I got up. There's a couple of YouTube guys I watch that are from Europe. They usually have their videos uploaded by the time I get up in the morning and have breakfast, and I want to watch them. But guess what happened? I couldn't watch them. Why? Because YouTube had a problem and YouTube was down. Therefore, I couldn't do anything on YouTube. I couldn't go on my computer to see YouTube. I couldn't be on my phone to get YouTube. YouTube was down. What if there was things on YouTube that I wanted to get so that I could show somebody? I didn't have the ability to do that. I could still get online, but I couldn't go to YouTube. Centralized blockage. Bam, it was done. But with decentralized storage, the blockchain is never down. You just enter the key and you have access to your data. 2, no single point of failure. This is probably a better explanation of one, in case you couldn't understand that one. Let's try it this way. If a server goes down, the information that's stored often goes with it. But through decentralization, a file can be broken into little pieces and scattered across nodes, meaning there's always a backup plan if one of them goes offline. This could help prevent some of the embarrassing outages that some of the world's biggest websites have seen in the past. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, all of them, they've all had problems. Disruptions that often become headline news. Number 3, no censorship. Decentralized storage can also make it harder for malicious attackers or actors to take pieces of web content down. Instead of centralized file storage, which means there may only be one destination to target, a hacker could have thousands of nodes to contend with if he's dealing with the blockchain. But if he's dealing with a centralized place, all he's got to do is get into their network. And once he gets into their network, then it's over. He has all the files. So it's making a denial of service attack prohibitive and close to impossible. I'll say it's next to impossible. This could also make it harder for countries. This is the no censorship part. This could also make it harder for countries around the world to restrict information to their citizens by blocking news websites and online portals such as Wikipedia. And there's a whole lot of other things that you could do this. You could put the Bible on the blockchain. You can put all kinds of stuff on the blockchain where people can get to it, where in countries that don't allow you to, well, you understand what I'm saying. You get my point. There's no censorship. A better experience. Those in favor of decentralized storage also argue that there's a lot of redundancy in cloud computing and say blockchain technology delivers a much more effective way to store data. It's much more. Cloud storage platforms can end up using a lot of bandwidth, especially when they are being used by many people at the same time, and the storage costs become high. Decentralized storage could allow files to be downloaded faster because there are multiple copies to choose from. It's not in one location. This could be particularly useful for people in countries where internet access is unreliable. So it will download it faster. You'll get it quicker. Why? Because you're not waiting on the server that you're trying to get it off of to be uncluttered so you can get to it. There is no clutter to it. You just get to it. 5, and this is where this company comes into play. Ownership of data. Last but not least, let's not forget the risk of data breaches when it comes to centralized cloud services. Although many of the companies that offer storage space do have security standards in place, they can all fall to attacks. You may not instinctively think of Facebook as file storage provider, but how many of us use it as that? But many users depend on the site for hosting photos and videos that stretch back for many years. How many has photos from a minimum of 5 years ago on Facebook? And every once in a while, Facebook will pop up and say, here's something you did 3 years ago. Here's something you did 5 years ago. Here's a picture you put on It's a file storage system, but it's centralized. Unfortunately, social network has suffered controversies in the past and have resulted in vast amounts of data being stolen and misappropriated. So here we go in review, and I'm just about to close and let you go. And I appreciate your time. Here's in review. Let's take a quick minute and let's review what we've learned. You are the product. Your online footprint is being sold for a profit, and you're not getting paid for your data, but now you can. When you store something on any of your data storage cloud services, you no longer own that data. And that is something that I didn't even understand until I started learning about blockchain technology and data storage. Because when you put something online, you click, I agree to the terms and conditions. And in those terms and conditions, there's a little blurb that says, we can use your information with our third party companies that we have partnered with in any way we see fit to. We don't do that. If your information is on with us, you get paid every time it gets shared. If you have something that is on their personal, it's not really there. It's not really personal. It's not personal at all. The cloud company you have that information with, thinking it is safe and secure, they now have the right to do what they want to with it. I know I got ahead of myself, but understand this. This is super important, is that when you put something on Facebook, Amazon, Google search, Google Drives, it's not yours. You could have the greatest of ideas on how to become a multimillionaire, or you could have the best cookie recipe, or you could have a really great trading strategy. But as soon as you put it onto a cloud service, centralized storage, you no longer own that information. It's no longer yours. I like to say it this way: if you don't own the key, you don't own the data. The data you give freely to Facebook so you can share your cute pictures is no longer yours. Those pictures could be in an advertisement somewhere in Facebook. Facebook is being paid for and not you. Who loves to sell your data? Hmm. Google, Facebook, Amazon, Visa, MasterCard, the banks that you think are so secure, and all the search engines that you can imagine. Data, just to confirm, you understand, user generated content. Anything you do online, searches, Facebook posts, tweets, Instagram. Remember, this is a review. Instagram and all that other kind of stuff that you do. Purchases. What do you mean owning my own data? Wealth-Net has 3E technology. That's a blockchain based company. Your data, user generated content, is still captured and distributed to the blockchain vaults, where you own the legacy keys to the wealth of data you generate. They store it on the blockchain, which is safe and secure. Then, when you decide that you want to be monetized for that data, then your data is sold and you get compensated for it. Partner with us. Partnering partnering with us means you buy in as a partner and earn from what you do and from what others do. This is all I got to say, and I'm done. Get in touch with the person that sent you this video and understand this. This could be the start of making your life different. If you're tired of your searches showing up where you don't want them to be, and all the user generated content that you do show up in other platforms that you're on in social media, guess what? You can start today. You can start by getting in touch with the person that sent you this video. We have packages from as little as $125 up to $25,000. And, and each one of those packages has different things. They come with different legacy keys, and we want to partner with you. Thanks for your time. And I'm sure Crypto Steve is going to come out here in just a minute and talk. And I want to thank you for your time. God bless. I'm out.